Hello, hello, my beautiful Scorpios. Welcome in, welcome back. Frankie, stop chewing on that. The kitten has decided for some reason that he wants to be up here. I have tried to start this reading a couple of times without success. Frankie, come on, come over here. Come on. That is a little kitten that we rescued from our wood pile. And he's very curious about everything. All right, come down the chair and lay down. So anyway, oh boy, something already came out. The Eiffel Tower. Okay, my beautiful Scorpios, this is a reading for the mid to end of December, so December 16th to the 31st approximately. And welcome in. Welcome back. I am Lisa, and this is North Star Energy Healing. And Frankie the kitten is here. He's got his first vet appointment this afternoon. Maybe he can sense that, and that's why he's just sticking close to me. I really don't know. But I don't know what I want to say. Hi, Frankie. So this is I don't know what I'm saying. I'm sorry. Cancel, clear, delete, spirit, concentrate, help me. All right, this is a reading for the collective. This is not a one-to-one, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. No pussy willows for the kitty. And remember that not everything will resonate with every single person watching. I have pulled oracle cards from the Magical Times Empowerment cards as well as the main oracle. And we'll get to those at the end. But I did use the coffee cup the last time, so this time I'm going to use my bowl of trinkets for Spirit to give you some messages, guidance, what have you. A lot of the messages that have been coming out, I really feel are ancestors and guides just saying, I see you, I see what you're doing, I see what your plans are, type messages. That's just what I've been feeling intuitively, my beautiful Scorpios. So let's see what happens for you. Yeah, Frankie hears that. He's interested in it. He's never really come in onto a reading, so I don't know if some of you watching are cat people or have a cat, but he seems very interested in this. Maybe the noise, I don't know. Frankie, you're getting right on top of... Okay. Am I going to have to pause this video, little buddy? Okay, am I going to have to pause it? Sorry, guys. Sorry, this is just what happens when you have a little baby kitten that's very curious. No, stay down there. Okay. Hopefully he'll get comfortable in the chair. Nope, no such luck. Okay. All right, that's... One of these landed right in my hand. See what it says. Namaste. The light in me sees the light in you. All right, let's see what came out. So the first thing that came out was the Eiffel Tower, indicative, of course, of Paris, France. But also there are many other towns called Paris. I know there's one in Tennessee, and there are some other towns called Paris around the globe. So maybe there is a town called Paris that has specific meaning for you, Scorpios. That could be why you got that. Okay, you have family. You have forever. And then you have the namaste. The light in me sees the light in you. Very interesting. Not a whole lot of trinkets that came out, but that's okay. You know, we take what Spirit wants us to have at the time for this mid to end of December. All right, so the Eiffel Tower, we already discussed. That could be, you could be planning a trip to Paris, France, possibly. Maybe someone that you know or someone in spirit really loved Paris and had a lot of things with Paris on. I know you can buy shirts and purses and all kinds of things with the Eiffel Tower. Maybe you took a special trip to France with somebody at some point in time, and they want you to know that they want you to remember that special time, possibly. And then you have this little girl charm. This is a little girl with a ponytail. I think you can see her. Yeah. So indicative, maybe some of you have daughters. Maybe some of your daughters have a birthday during this time in the mid to end of December. Maybe possibly you have a special doll that looks like that with a little side ponytail. It reminds me of the show, and not a lot of you are going to remember this. There was a show called, I think it was called A Family Affair, and they were kids, Buffy and Jody. And then they had an older sister, and I think they called her Sissy, and she always wore a side ponytail. So I don't know why that's coming up. I don't know. Maybe some of you have remember that show. I'm older, so maybe none of you do. But it was a really cute show about it was a single dad. I can't remember his name. I can see him clearly. And he had 3 kids. And Buffy and Jody were twins. And they were watched over by Mr. French, which was kind of a heavy-set nanny, but he was a man, right? So he watched over the kids. I don't know why Spirit is prompting me to tell you all of this. I really don't. Maybe some of you have been considering getting a nanny. Maybe you've interviewed somebody and you're not quite sure about it. This is so... I'm sorry. I have to give you what Spirit is giving me. Maybe that's the case. Maybe you're a single parent and you're trying to figure out what is the best way to nurture your kids when you're not there. That could be it. It could be any of those things. Frankie Doodle, Frankie Poo Poo. Come on. Lay down in the chair and take a nap. Usually you sleep during the day. Then you have this ship's wheel. This could mean you're planning a sea trip or a riverboat trip or something on a ship or a boat. Maybe you're planning that for the holiday season, possibly. But it could also mean that somebody in your life is a boat captain, captain of the ship. That could be it as well. Maybe you just love the sea. Maybe you're building a ship. Okay, stop. This cat. Okay, Scorpio, this has never happened. He's been here for 3 weeks and he's never done this. So I don't know. Maybe some of you have an affinity towards black cats or black kittens. All right, then you have bicycle. Now, bicycling around France is a popular thing to do. Oh my God. Frankie, he just fell off the chair. I'm sorry, guys. Please forgive this. I'm really sorry. He's okay. Bicycling in France is really popular, but this could be indicative that you need to get more exercise, you need to get out more. Now, if you're in the climate that I'm in, nobody's bicycling in winter like in December. But if you're in a warm climate, maybe you are. Maybe you have a stationary bike. This could be a hint that you need to get more adventure in your life or that you need to get more exercise, right? And then we had family forever. Family forever, and namaste. The light in me sees the light in you. I love this. It's beautiful. Beautiful messages there, Scorpios, for this mid to end of December. I would love a comment to let me know what any of those things mean. You know, the Paris, the Eiffel Tower, the little girl, ship's wheel, bicycle. Obviously, family forever could be a hint that maybe some of you have been having some difficult conversations with family members, and you need a reminder that blood is blood, maybe. Not that, I mean, because I have a sister who hasn't spoken to me for 2 years. It was 2 years on December 11th, and she's never told me why. It's very, very hard. You know, I don't know what would happen if she just one day decided that she was going to start talking to me again. I think it would feel kind of strange, but anyway. Family forever, beautiful Scorpios. Okay, here we go. We're using the Yuletide Tarot. This is a new deck that I got. It's a midwinter or winter. Oh my gosh, this card has come out for 3 out of 4 signs that I have done already. And there it was on the bottom of the deck. Wow, interesting. Okay. So let's see what the tarot has. I'm going to do this live with you. I don't do all the cards live because it just takes way too long. It takes up, you know, so many minutes of the video, and it's just really difficult to do it that way. All right, it looks like Frankie found himself something to do for now, so good. I love that kitty. I've never felt this close to a cat, and I've had a lot of cats in my lifetime since my childhood on up. I think this is cat number 11. I figured it out. I counted it up, and I think that's what I came up with. Um, I don't know. I would have to do it again. Because I remember when I said the number, I was like, what? Really? I've had 10 cats? Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go, Scorpios. Here we go. If you like kitties and kittens, I do have a lot of shorts that I've taken of Frankie and his antics and the things that he's been doing since he's been in here, starting from the first day that he walked in through the basement door as a little starving kitten. No idea how old he is. Hopefully the vet's going to tell us that today. Okay. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all ready for the holiday season. I say holiday season. I say Christmas if I'm talking to people, within my group. But I like to say holiday because there are many, many holidays during this time of year, right? There's Christmas. There's Hanukkah. Is it Rosh Hashanah? There's New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. There's Boxing Day. I mean, there are so many, so I say holiday because I want to include everyone. Like, the holidays aren't just Christmas. Okay, this deck also has, wands or canes, wands or candles, swords or canes, pentacles or gifts, cups or good cheer. So it takes a little bit for me to get the meaning out of the cards, but that's all right. We'll do it. We will get there. We will get there. We will get there. Oh my gosh. There keeps jumping like 4 cards at a time out of the deck. Spirit, we need one more card, please, from this tarot deck. Can you give us that one best card to end this Scorpio tarot portion, please? What is the one best card? Last card for the tarot portion of their reading, please. All right, they want you to have 2. Fine. We will go with it. I don't argue with my guides. Okay. All right. Wow. Interesting. So we're going to take them in the order in which they came for the main reading, and then we will get to the bonus tarot that they gave you. All righty dighty. So the first card out, oh shoot, you know what? I forgot to, it's the Star. I know what this one is, but I have to have the guide up because the Major Arcana has different names. Okay, so this is card number 17, the Star, right? This is inspiration. This can be Aquarius energy. This is hopes, dreams, and wishes fulfilled. And we see that beautiful old-fashioned looking Christmas tree there with all the things underneath it. They almost look like, it looks like a miniature scene under the tree, right? Mushrooms, grapes, Santa, and the decorations, the little sleigh, the little presents, very beautiful. So hopes, dreams, and wishes fulfilled, the Star. It could be Aquarius energy if some of you have Aquarius prominently in your birth charts, or maybe you're dealing with an Aquarius in your life. Maybe there's an Aquarius tied to any of those messages that came out. But at any rate, this is, it just makes me think of Christmas magic, right? Christmas miracles, things that happen on Christmas, or Hanukkah, or any of those holidays, because people are in such high heart spirits during the holidays. They're in the spirit of giving. We should be like that all year long, but this time of year particularly, people are in a giving mood, a happy, joyful mood, right? There's a lot of singing and whatnot. So when you're in that mood, you attract more of that, right? Then you have the Knight of Gifts. So this is the Knight of Pentacles. This is the slowest moving knight in the deck. And you see he's nurturing a bonsai tree, and that is very slow, meticulous. You really have to pay attention. You can't overwater, underwater. You can't over trim it because it grows very, very slowly. So Pentacles have to do with your material things, your money, your home, your career, your business. So you may feel a little slowing down at this time of year. And a lot of times that does happen, right? For businesses, things slow down. People aren't spending a lot of money on, carpentry or painting or repairs. And if you're in a colder climate, your business could be slowing down. For some businesses, it speeds up. However, for those businesses, a lot of it has to do with accounting, and you have to be slow and meticulous when you're doing that kind of work because you don't want to make a mistake. Then you have the Page of Good Cheer. This is the Page of Cups, right? So this person is getting some punch out of the punch bowl, but the look on her face is almost like, oh, I'm getting this punch and I have to go mingle with these people, but I'm not sure what to talk about. I'm not sure what to say. And that's what pages are about, right? They're novices, right? They can be innocents, but Good Cheer in Cups is about love and nurturing and bonding. So you may have some trepidation. This is exactly what Spirit is giving me. When you have some get-togethers this mid to end of December, you may have a little bit of fear about how to do that. Maybe you're a young person, you're brand new at the office, you're going to the office party, you're not sure what to wear. Oh my gosh, Frankie. Frankie, come on. You're not sure what to wear to the party. You're not sure if you should go with anybody or be with anybody, specific at the party. Sometimes there's office cliques. But what I'm getting is that you're having a little bit of trepidation about this get together. Now, maybe you're a new person dating in a family and you're going to that family's party or gathering or get together, and what I'm feeling is, for some of you, you have some trepidation about a holiday gathering. You'll be fine, right? Just be yourself. Be reserved, observe, see how other people are. I'm not saying to go with the flow, but I'm saying, like, obviously if everybody is quiet, like if you're at a party with a lot of Catholics, you're not going to break out a tarot deck and say, let me read your cards, right? I'm just saying, try to feel into the mood and how things are, and you'll be fine. Then you have the Seven of Canes. This is the Seven of Swords. This is not the best card to get. This is about a sneaky person. So this person, you see what this person, he's buying everything off the shelf and not leaving any for anyone else. Sevens are reflection, thinking back on decisions you've made, things you've done, your behaviors. Swords are communication. Somebody in this case could be over communicating, right? Or they could be holding back communication. Sometimes when people don't communicate, it's just as bad as over communicating. So I'm feeling like this does have to do with gatherings and get-togethers, Scorpios, that you want to be careful of not oversharing. Sometimes enough is enough and you have to read the room, just like we said with that Page of Good Cheer. Read the room, okay? Don't overshare, but also don't hold back. Frankie, look at this little face. Look at this little face. All right. Come on. I think he's trying to get to where he thinks the sun is. You don't want to not communicate either, right? Sometimes, I went through this the other day, with my business, where I was waiting for somebody to tell me something, our side business, I should say, not mine, but ours. And they didn't say it, and then I asked a question, and the answer didn't have everything in it. So I assumed something that wasn't true because this person didn't fully communicate everything I needed to know. No, stop. You're not going to pull my lights down. He really wants to be in this reading. I don't have any idea why. He never does this. So be careful about your communication and not over communicating or under communicating. Oh my gosh. I hope you like this entertainment of the kitten. No. Okay, next you have the Hanging Man. I don't like to call it the Hanged Man, hanging. So you see he's hanging upside down, so he's seeing things in a different perspective. He's dropping whatever he had in his hands, not caring about that, because he wants to be who he is. We just talked about that, literally just said, when you go to these gatherings, just be yourself, be who you are, but listen in for, and pay attention and read the room. So this is being comfortable in your own skin, right? It's seeing things in a different way. So instead of being worried about the gathering or the get together or what gift you gave somebody, it might not be that for you. Whatever it is that you're feeling trepidation about, instead of doing that, see it from a different perspective. Sometimes maybe, Frankie, stop biting that. You might have to say, well, what would it feel like to me if somebody gave me this gift, or if somebody gave me a gift that was so thoughtful and really thought of me? Instead of being worried about it, you'd be excited about it, right? Okay. And you see he's hanging upside down from a beautiful fruit tree. I love that also. And this is number 12, which is a 3, which is creation and collaboration. So think about who you're... Oh my gosh, Frankie, stop. He's trying to eat the LED lights that are over there. No, kitty. Creating and collaborating with another person, thinking about, who you're going to create and collaborate with, seeing the perspective of others. Stop getting my pussy willows. This is very interesting doing this. I'm so sorry. But I'm not going to stop everything that I've done so far because that would be too much work to go back over it all. Okay, then you have number 3, another 3, creation, collaboration. But this is the mother of all creation. This is the Empress in the regular tarot, and she's called Matrona in this tarot. She is the birther of everything, the birther of new ideas, the birther of babies, families, new jobs, anything new. She can create. She is the mother of creation, Mother Earth, Mother Gaia. And she's shown here as being pregnant, and she has a son on her belly. So it looks like, Scorpios, in the next few weeks, you may be either have an offer to create and collaborate with somebody, or you may be asking somebody to create and collaborate with you on something new. Now, the bonus card that came out for you is Justice. This is Libra energy. This is balancing things out. So in this card, what it looks like to me is this little boy naughtily opened a gift before Christmas morning, and it was full of coal. So that's balancing it out. Well, you shouldn't have done that. So now you have... Oh my God. Can you see the cat over there? He's on the windowsill where I have a lot of crystals. Let's hope we don't hear anything come crashing down. This is also number 11, which is a master number. Balancing things out, right? Some things in your life may need balancing, right? You may have a prominent Libra in your chart. It could be that, or you may have Libra prominently in your... You may have a Libra in your life, or you could have Libra prominently in your birth chart. But balance is needed. There's going to be some balance needed. So let's recap. The Star, Aquarius energy, hopes, dreams, and wishes fulfilled. And then we have the Knight of Gifts, which is the Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady, moving forward, still moving forward. Then we have the Page of Good Cheer, the Page of Cups. We talked about how that goes with this... 7 of Swords, and how you're feeling at some get-togethers, or maybe you bought a special gift for someone and you're not sure about it. It could be that. Then you have seeing it in a different perspective, being comfortable in your own skin, being who you are. But then again, using some discernment, like I said, not going into a party of all Catholics and breaking out a tarot or oracle deck, right? Then you have 3. So you have the Hangman, which pairs down to a 3, and then Matrona, the Empress, which is a 3, creation, collaboration, something new, some new opportunity that you create or that somebody creates for you. And then you have Justice, balancing the scales, balancing things out. Wow, so this was really, really interesting. What an interesting reading. And don't forget about the trinkets, right? The Eiffel Tower, the little girl with the side ponytail, the ship's wheel, the bike, and the family messages there. Now, from the Magical Times Empowerment cards, you have Dance. Find your heart's rhythm. Step lightly and swing with the melody. Close your eyes and let joy lead the way. Wow, I absolutely love this. So this is kind of the opposite of feeling the trepidation about that party, right? It's let go, dance, experience joy, feel the rhythm and flow of life, right? I love that. And then you have sanctuary. Embrace the need for solitude. Your inner sanctuary calls you. Renew yourself and thrive. Now, what I'm feeling is that after you have or you attend a gathering or a get together, you need some time to kind of power down, to wind down, right? So you may need some solitude. You may need to have some meditation, clear and cleanse all the energies that you've picked up from all these gatherings. And that's very important. Thank you, Spirit, for pointing that out. A lot of times when we gather with people, we pick up negative energies. We pick up the energies of other people's fears or sorrows, hopes, and dreams that aren't ours. And so we need to cleanse. We need to bring in that white light and just cleanse our entire bodies and our spiritual cleanse and our physical cleanse. Thank you, Spirit, for giving me that. Okay, and then from the main oracle deck, you have number 50. Fives are change, restraint. A person cannot unring a bell. An unclear situation or a clouded mind fosters a lack of probity. It is best to remember that a thing unsaid requires no apology. Wow, now what were we saying about this? Wow, I can't believe my guides. I've got goosebumps all over. Remember how I said don't overshare and don't undershare? Like there is a happy medium between what you talk about and what you keep to yourself. And this is telling you that exact thing. A person cannot unring a bell. If you go into a party of Catholics and break out a tarot deck, they can't unsee it or unhear it, right? If the situation is unclear or you have a clouded mind, then you're not going to be able to get to what you should be saying or doing, right? It's best to remember that a thing unsaid requires no apology, right? So just be careful about your conversations, Scorpios, what you say to people. Don't overshare, but don't withhold either. That seems to be a big theme of your reading. I really hope this has helped. I hope it finds you well. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. I'm hoping to be back with a Christmas message as well as 2026 readings for the whole year for all signs. Until then, peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.